Welcome to the Real CP Show. I am your host, CP. In today's topic, these two violent, pro-border breaking, illegal immigration type women, non-black, Stalks, this ICE agent, causes emotional turmoil to him and his family. There's definitely a open borders / immigration, both pseudo legal and basically illegal agendas. Yes. I'm like this because it's right there in front of our faces what this system is doing, which is the most brilliant, awesome mental manipulation force that has ever existed. Notice how on the previous administration, right, before Trump, a MAGA. Or isn't it unfunny how previously, before Trump, there was record-breaking illegal immigration type personnel in America, soaking up all these free resources, right? Parents don't have to be legal, right? Sitting there, go getting housing vouchers, not even being legal, right? Using their kids as pawns, popping out these kids, these little anchor baby kids. Bam, automatic citizenship off the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. And you didn't hear a peep out of these various types of pro-border break illegal immigrant organizations and political figures and stuff like that, talking about who is this going to also affect more. Oh, that's a question that still is not asked enough. See, you got people that want more of this right now. This is what they want more of. What's going to happen? Whoa. Let's see if we can count people just a little bit. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go on that left side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, it's hard to say. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, whatever. I'm losing count. This is what they want. Yes. That's what they want. And they do just like this. And what about that? They'll do just like this. But do you think Black Americans can break immigration laws across that border, go to different countries, break immigration laws, say, we don't believe in those stinky visas. We are God's children. There should be no borders. They'd be like, if you don't get your little back to the U.S. with that, right? The United States of America is the largest, or one of the largest open immigration facilities, places on this globe. And the system knows that because they want this. And also one of their main type of agendas is also to push out as many Black Americans, and again, politicalness, various organizationalness, to infiltrate certain sections, a little bit more, pieces at a time, of HBCUs. They want to put more of themselves inside various colleges. They want to pick up some more freebies and resources. Do you understand? That's earmarked for them, right? And then act like when Black Americans say reparations for centuries of black pain before most of these people even existed in the country of America. They do just like this again. Let me go ahead and share my screen on this particular topic today. Now, just imagine again if this was some Black Americans that did this to non-ICE agents. Oh my goodness, they hate enforcement. They're non-patriotic. Oh, there's some people that don't talk like that. Notice how on the Trumpism, mega, the anti-ICE rhetoric, right? You got Whistle, all this kind of clown stuff, right? To sit there and warn people of ICE agents. And where's all these type of certain political parties saying, oh, that's not right. You should be doing that. Where are they at? Quietness, right? You see how that goes. Because they want more border breaker illegal immigrants to come across the border. They want more immigrationists type personnel to do other agendas. Oh, they want this bad. And they know millions within American Blackism, with few exceptions, have literally no clue of what's heading right now toward many Black Americans. And it's already happening in various other cities and states right now. And this is what I have to say before I get into the story. And I stand by what I say on this, because so many internal problems going on, and the system makes sure to continue allow it to go on. And there's not enough Black Americans to say they've had about enough of this. This one side of scapegoating, boogeyman treatment toward Black Americans. There's just not enough. And then border break illegal immigrants pushing themselves in various positions, immigrationists, openness agendas, and still there's no major pushback by Black Americans who built America up more than anybody else, besides certain people within certain sections of economic culture. That American Blacks, modern day, only have half a generation to one generation left before the overall complete destruction of the modern day American Black culture. And it is an insult to the American Black ancestors who have fought. And even right now, the ones who are older elders who saw formal Jim Crow, former Jim Crow. And you're going to have people within American Black that allow people to tell American Blacks about the millions to get over the past. The insultingness of that. So as you see right here on this part, federal jury convicts 2 women for stalking ICE agent. Live streaming home address. You see this is around March 2026, or this published article 2026. Today is April the 17th, 2026. Let me go ahead and play this particular video. It's a real fast clip. I'm utilizing this under fair uses doctrine.
Top stories this morning. 2 women have been convicted in an LA court of following an ICE agent home, live streaming it, and sharing his address online. This led to masked individuals showing up at his house, forcing the family to move. The 2 women now face up to 5 years in prison. Top stories this morning. 2 women have been convicted in an LA court of following an ICE agent home, live streaming it, and sharing his address online. This led to masked individuals showing up at his house, forcing the family to move. The 2 women now face up to 5 years in prison.
But you have people that do just like this, right? Open borders, right? Entities, political figures, right? You get the point, right? Even some ones within certain parts of selloutism in American Blackism, which are not true Black Americans, because you can't be that type of destruction within your mentality to sit there and be true Black Americanism for wanting the empowerment for Black Americans. You cannot sit there and put others first. That don't make any logical sense. While other people put their own people first, But for some reason, Black Americans are told you can't put yourself first. Well, they really destroyed quite a number of people's within certain sections of American Blackism mentalities, unfortunately, with few exceptions. Let me share my screen again, right quick. I want to read you a little bit of this article. Let me go back here. Okay, all right. Make sure you can see this. Okay, a federal jury convicted Cynthia Raygoza, want to be Anglo-Hispanic, and Ashley Brown, which is most likely going to be a person within a woman within the predominant culture, of felony stalking for following an ICE agent to his home and live streaming the encounter. The two women allegedly wore masks, used racial slurs against the officer's wife, and broadcasted his location, forcing the family to relocate. Rangoza and Brown face up to 5 years in federal prison if convicted. In Los Angeles, a federal jury has convicted two women of felony stalking after they followed a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officer home and broadcasted it live on social media. According to this entity, officer said the harassment was so severe. What did it say again? Officials said the harassment was so severe it forced the officer's family to leave their home and move to a different county. What we know, the incident happened on August 28, 2025, when the two women, these violent, Cretan, pro-border, legal immigrant type women, 30-year-old Cynthia Ragoza of Riverside, California, 30-year-old Ashley Brown of Colorado, followed an ICE agent from downtown Los Angeles to his home, according to officials. Dressed in black and wearing masks, the women non-black women used multiple Instagram accounts, including ICE and LA, to live stream the officer's route and disclose his information, his location, authorities said. When they arrived in the ICE agent's neighborhood, Rangosa and Brown allegedly shouted to neighbors that an ICE agent lived there and used racial slurs against the victim's wife. You're talking about the kettle calling the pot? La Migra, I'm saying it incorrect, however it goes, lives here. And ICE lives on your street, and you should know where some of the sentiments expressed, officials said. Now, I want you to just think about if that would have been Black Americans who did that. There would have been so much hate and racial animosity, which has been going for the last several centuries in America. And Black Americans have the most hate crimes put upon them, the most blamed agenda put upon American Blacks. And unfortunately, American Blacks are the main culture collectively that tolerates the blatant disrespect from cultures and backgrounds. And so they just continue to keep doing it. You understand? They saying, well, piss off on these Negroes. They allowed us to sit there and disrespect them, so we're going to keep doing it. And we're going to push our own pro-border illegal immigrant agenda. We're going to push our immigration, wink, wink, pseudo-legal immigration agenda. And those silly Negroes collectively have no clue what we're doing, right? Because again, there is an agenda. And there is a third main agenda within Hispanicism or Latinoism, how that is, right? Somebody wants to applies to, because it's Afro-Latinos, Afro-Hispanics. But they ain't talking about them. You understand? There's a certain section of caste system, Latinos or Mexicanos, that are doing this as well, along with some other type of groups as well, and backgrounds and ethnicities, right? The racial groups and stuff like that. Oh, they're doing combinationally insulting toward American Blacks. And most American Blacks have no clue, right, on that. So lastly, from the great Dr. Claude Anderson.
Watch the benefits they get. They go past black folk at 200 miles an hour, pass them. That's why in all these cities, in Chocolate City, they do better right here in Chocolate City. Now they're underneath the immigrants. Immigrants that come in the country, they get a point over black folk for being an immigrant. Blacks are the only non-immigrant. Two, all of them are classified as whites. The Arabs, Asians, Hispanics, they all been reclassified as whites. Even American Indians back in the 1890s became classified as whites. They get a point. That's the second point. They get over black folk in getting access to resources and benefits. The third thing they get the benefits for being put into a minority category. They're classified as minorities over black folk. Thirdly, they come in with a culture, and they can establish a culture, and they can now build businesses and industries and relate back to their homeland. And lastly, what they can do, they also bring in a religious aspect and business opportunities for their people. Black folk get nothing.
And Dr. Claude Anderson, for the people who know, is intellectual powerhouse, right? The intellectual powerhouse scholar. Very extremely great layman's terms of explaining things on that. Again, he's Black American. Because remember, in this society, Black Americans ain't supposed to see through nothing, especially Black American males. They're supposed to be lazy, not doing nothing, running through women, having babies left and right? That's all Black American men are supposed to be doing. You understand that? So Black Americans are not supposed to have no scholarly thought pattern, not supposed to have no, not just some kind of college education, some kind of trade, only because, you can have some sellouts and no. There are sellouts and no. But the ones that have formal education or formal trade organization or formal trade experience, you get the point, right? And still maintain who they are as strong Black men, non-sellouts, non-gullables. Oh, that's a no-go. They don't like that within Americanism. You understand? I thank you for tuning in to the Real CP Show.